If I'm Santa.
How the fuck did we get here? If you cut Santa, let me tell you, you're not getting on the nice list.
Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout.
I'm telling you why.
Restart from the top. All right. You better watch out. You better
I'm telling you why.
Okay, and 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the podcast, folks. The Chiefin podcast, the one you love, the one you loathe, the one you bought, the one you owe. We're so glad to have you back this fine Friday, December 10th. We're right in the throes of this holiday season. I hope you're feeling holly jolly and frolicky, because I know I am.
I just cracked open a new booch that I've never had before. It's part of the fall collection from Synergy.
It sucks.
Yeah, I just took a sniff of it and it smells pretty bad. It smells like ass.
It's very fall. I mean, it's on brand. It's just not good.
Yeah, it's apple, turmeric, carrots, and spices, and everything nices.
That's from Bryce's. That brand's not Synergy. The brand is GT's, and I advise you watch a YouTube video after this by Cody Co, who's like a YouTube creator that does comedy. He and his buddy went and met with GT himself. GT's, like GT is an actual person.
Yeah.
The dude's a nut. He's like insane. Not like crazy, just like very hippy dippy kind of psycho. Like probably thinks we're in a simulation.
On every label, it's like it's talking about how, this is the fountain of youth kind of drink, like it's supposed to be amazing for you in every way, and talks about how he heard his parents talking about it and how the Egyptians use it or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's this guy for sure. It's wild.
When you said that, I was like, okay, there's no doubt that guy's not weird.
And everyone Googling and YouTubing right now, asking Jeeves, make sure you also hit us up on social media. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on Tumblr, we're on Grindr. We're anywhere you need to find us, we might be there at Chiefin Pod or Chiefin Podcast.
Anywhere you need to find us and anywhere you need to grind us.
Hey.
Bump and grind on that follow, subscribe, comment, and like button.
But not in a weird way. Why don't we get into, we're doing a themed episode, folks. Again, we're feeling holly and jolly. We're midway into the swing of this Christmas season. I freaking love that we're finally in the holidays. I can feel it in the air. Logan decorated the house yesterday without me, which is awesome. One, I didn't have to partake in the decorating. Not that I don't like doing it, but it's like something that's like, oh, I gotta this is something I gotta do. She did it. She just took the weight off me, and I still get to enjoy the Christmas cheer. Win-win.
Mm-hmm. That's the best. You get home and you're like, oh man, had a long day. Time to put up decorations now. And then you walk out and you're like, oh my God, it's done. Hell yeah.
Yeah, like complete surprise too. Shout out to her, MVP.
Yeah, what I did this last weekend, well, when we're recording right now on the 1st, on Saturday, I put up Christmas lights, and to make it a little bit more enjoyable, after putting up like all the lawn stuff, which took about 2, maybe 3 hours because we had to put everything together, I cut my hand. I got frustrated, and then finally it took me 2 or 3 hours to put all that stuff on the lawn, and I still had to do the ones on the lights on the house. So I'm like, screw this, I'm gonna have a beer. So me, Drew, and my dad all had a beer, and then I went on top of the roof, and then Drew came up with me, brought a beer, and then went down.
Sounds like the best way to hang up lights is after 2 beers.
Got another beer, and I was leaning over the roof, putting the hooks on like the fascia boards, and I was like, this is so dangerous.
So dangerous.
Literally at one point I'm like, wait, hang on, hold my beer, Drew. And then like leaned over the fucking roof and put these things on the fascia board. I was like, this is not gonna end well.
Wow, there is like 100 different outcomes that could have happened out of that, and you had like the most lucky and safest one.
Yeah, I was shocked because the only thing that happened was one of the light bulbs rolled off the roof, and I tried to stop it, but it rolled off and just fell into the planter right into one of these palm trees.
Like, that was almost me.
Yeah, I was like, this is death, here we go.
That's funny.
Speaking of the the Christmas spirit, we wanted to get into the Christmas spirit with, is it a game? Are we playing a game?
No, it's kind of just like a themed episode. Look, folks, there's not a lot of time left until Christmas in this season. So we're here, Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide style, to get you through this. We want to help you get off the naughty list in a pinch if you're there right now. So what we've done, we've prepared 10 ideas, foolproof ideas. These are proven in real time, 100% guaranteed, don't at me. If you do these, you will get off the naughty list.
Or your money back.
Not guaranteed. We each have 5. So I think we're just going to rattle off every other one, instead of going 5 and 5.
Yes. So this is 5 ways to get off the naughty list from each of us.
Yes. And then at the end, maybe I'll pick my favorite from yours and you do the same.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to let you go first since you're the motherfucking ninny of the week. Ninny of the month. Ninny of the Christmas spirit.
I'm just an elf now, so I can camouflage this entire month. I feel like a ninny would be an elf.
Definitely. Just walking around, high-pitched voice, long-ass toes, pointy ears, just being a bitch. Fuck.
My first tip to get off the naughty list this season: delete your internet history, cancel your social media accounts, and destroy your computer, Office Space style.
With a baseball bat and just smack the crap out of it.
Yep, if you get rid of the evidence, then there's no proof that you should be on the naughty list. Boom. Loophole.
The poop hole loophole. It's a real thing. Look it up.
What's yours?
Okay. Number 1, stop porking Mrs. Claus. That's the whole reason you got on this list in the first place. Once you stop doing that, I guarantee you Mr. Claus will not give you coal this year.
Man, Mr. Claus is very forgiving to just forget about all the previous porkings and be okay with you just stopping the porking.
I'm sure if you just apologized and said, look, man, have you seen that veg? How could I resist?
No. My second one is to go on a comment spree. I feel like there's been a lot of negativity around the election, coronavirus, social unrest. There's a lot of just craziness in Facebook comment sections that are just really full of negativity. So what I want you to do is find all the negative comments you can and reply back to each one individually with a smiling picture of someone like Weird Al Yankovic, because who doesn't like Weird Al? And it'd completely just dismantle that person if they had some crazy comment about a mask and your reply was just a smiling picture of Weird Al. I think that would be amazing.
I love Weird Al so much. And I love the fact that Paul Rudd this year was Weird Al for Halloween.
He was? Oh, that's awesome.
While his daughter was the Wasp from Ant-Man and the Wasp. And he is Ant-Man. And he went as Weird Al instead. That is so great.
That. No. I played this months ago. I'm not being the fucking Ant-Man.
And he looks like a legit Weird Al. I thought it was him at first.
It's fucking awesome.
Okay. Now, my number 2 is make Santa cocaine cookies to get him through Christmas Eve. He's got to visit a lot of houses, and it's not so easy to visit every house in one night. So if you give him that little edge that he needs, he might bump you off that naughty list.
I don't know about that. You're advising to drug up Santa Claus.
Yeah, but it's legal in Oregon. It's fine.
Oh, okay then. That's fine. It's kosher. If you do it in Oregon, then I think it cross state lines. I think there's some legality with it.
Yeah, you're good. Don't worry about it.
All right, so yours so far, just stop fucking Mrs. Claus and give Santa cocaine.
Yes.
Did you watch Bad Santa while writing these?
No, I just thought of just things that you probably shouldn't do in the first place that would probably put you on the naughty list, and then used it to my advantage and just said I think if I stop doing this, then I'd be good.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Ready for my number 3. My number 3 is called Mission Oh No Baby. Find out about local gender reveal parties and crash them with fire hydrants and super soakers in hand. Santa and Smokey the Bear are great pals, so stopping new forest fires will go a long way in getting into his good graces.
There is a saying out there that goes, only you can prevent forest fires. So I 100% agree. Put out those forest fires, you're guaranteed to get off that naughty list.
Yeah, 1000%, dude. Who cares if it's a boy or a girl? Just douse them immediately upon ripping open that ripcord.
Wait, what? I must have missed something. What's going on?
But the whole thing is to attend gender reveal parties and douse the reveal with water to prevent a forest fire ahead of time.
Okay, I heard that part, but when you said just douse them, I thought you meant like, okay, someone was on fire, like a child.
No, like them. Like, you know, it's all the mom and dad are always like front and center. It's like, and then right when they pull it, just douse them immediately.
Or even before they pull it, they're like, are you guys ready? Splash!
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, that's a good one. It's very, tis the season for forest fires.
Tis the season.
Okay, my number 3 is Santa may be from the North Pole, but you're gonna have to play with the South Pole and jingle balls.
God, dude. All yours are like rated R.
Hang on. And jingle balls and let it snow to get off his naughty list.
Oh, boo. What the fuck? Is your next one gonna be like pay to get a hooker for Rudolph or something?
Furiously scratches that off the list.
Okay. All right. So you got give Santa cocaine, fondle Santa, and then stop fucking his wife.
And yours were douse all the gender reveal parties.
Yes. Weird Al Yankovic comic spree. And delete your internet history.
No, not just delete your internet history. You said like destroy it, like Office Space. Okay, got it.
All right. Number 4. You know that thing where people pay for the car behind them in a drive-thru? Nah. It's time to take that a step further. Pay for the person behind you next time. So instead of a win-win, it's basically going to be a win-win-win. Because you'll feel good about giving back. The second person behind you gets a free meal or drink, right? And then the person directly behind you, they might get thanked by that person later on in the day and have no idea. So 3 wins instead of 2. This is a new life hack that needs to be done.
But how would they get thanked later for it?
Because like what if like they're like driving or they park or somewhere and then like the person's so taken aback that they got a free drink, so they get thank you so much, and that person's gonna be like, man, I don't know what I did, but I probably deserve this thanks.
You're like, I definitely deserve that praise. Thank you so much for thanking me.
They were driving straight to a bridge. They were having a bad day, but not after that, dude.
They were ready to end it all, but after you thanked them for a drink that they didn't even buy, you're not going to end it anymore.
Yep.
This is like It's a Wonderful Life right here, man.
Exactly.
Okay, so my number 4 is much like Buddy the Elf. Sign up to be a toy tester, but not for just any toy. I'm talking shocking toy testers. These are the toys that shock the kids that are the local pranksters.
Okay, there we go. There's one that doesn't involve drugs or sex.
But the way you test it is putting it right up to your junk.
No, you just added that in. Yeah, you test that. Strap that on to a 10-volt battery. Attach it to your nips and let it roll.
No, dude, when I was, I want to say I was probably a sophomore or freshman in high school, and Kyle had gone to Spencer's, what is it? Spencer's Gifts or store?
Yeah.
Is it just? I feel like it's Spencer's Gifts, right? Yeah.
Or it's just Spencer's now, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. So he went to Spencer's and he found this laser tag gun, but it was hooked up to like your chest with like these little like diodes. Okay,
yeah, and it probably vibrated when you shot it.
No, it wouldn't vibrate. It would straight up shock you.
Damn.
And it would shock the handle of the gun as well. And it was pretty cool. I mean, like, it's a cool idea, right? But here's the thing. We're on the drive home to go play with them, and we bought batteries and everything. Kyle couldn't wait. He put them in there right away. And I'm just sitting in the back shooting his gun while he's holding it. So he's already got like a lot of juice in him, you know, because he's been shocked a bunch already. And then we're in the backyard playing with him. And then eventually he's like, man, I'm tired of this game. I don't play anymore. So then I went home, and then I find out later that from all that shocking, he had like a migraine. He threw up. He was like feeling dizzy, and I was like, oh my God, I think I might have almost killed Kyle.
Holy shit, dude. Spencer's almost got sued. Yeah, so needless to say,
they returned that thing immediately. And what's funny is we bought it because someone else returned it, so it was even cheaper. So I don't know if you get like a double cheap price because you returned it twice.
Dude, that's so bad for you. That's crazy. People have just been, it's like the It Follows of Spencer's Gifts.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
That was number 4, right? Yeah. What's your number 5?
All right, so number 5, the 2020 version of Robin Hood. Now that we're back in a pandemic, states are reeling it back. We're probably going to be locked down again. You know, you've probably noticed that paper products are back off the shelves. Toilet paper, paper towels, you name it. Napkins, probably. I don't know. You can impress Santa by robbing the rich and giving to the poor. Not money. I'm talking about go ahead, break in their house, and nab all the Charmin and quilted comfort you can and disperse it to the poor for extra kudos. Robin season.
And just as the cherry on top, if you can find a bidet, go ahead and steal that and spray it in the face of any owner that has it and say, this is now for the poor.
And say,
and then run off.
Bidet, good sir.
Yeah, bidet, good sir. I like that one.
All right, what's your 5?
Okay, my number 5. I had actually 2 options for this, but since you said to stop going sexual, whatever, I'll do something else.
Both. You've gone too far. I'd be surprised if it's worse than any of the others.
Okay. On Christmas Eve, while Santa is dropping off all these presents at all the houses, Mrs. Claus is feeling a little lonely. You know what you got to do to lift her spirits? Get in there and give her your old Christmas present.
What do you mean?
Make sure you wrap it before you tap it.
That contradicts your first one.
I fucked Mrs. Claus, okay?
This is
what I'm trying to
advice. Say. Oh my god. And then what's your next one? Man, Santa's been doing too much cocaine lately. Why don't you go ahead and take him to Narcotics Anonymous?
No, Santa's been doing too much cocaine. How about we start getting him on black tar heroin? No, the next one was going to be clean the reindeer stables.
Oh, yeah, that was way more fun than that one then. Or is that like a euphemism for some sex thing?
Oh, no, it definitely was. I'm talking Mrs. Claus's reindeer stables. Go ahead and clean that out. I'm talking anal.
I think you're unstable. Folks, go ahead and apply any of those this year. And I'm not going to co-sign a lot of Daniels, but go ahead and do any of mine this year and you will definitely get off the naughty list. If you do Daniels, you might find yourself in North Pole jail.
Definitely. You're going to jail for sure.
And you know what they say about jail in the North Pole? Don't drop the candy cane.
Okay, I gotta ask you. First off, what were your 5 again?
It was destroy your computer, forest fire, Weird Al comment, robbing rich people from toilet paper, and buying for the person behind you or something.
My favorite by far was the toilet paper one. I think that's great.
Cool. Out of yours, so you have don't fuck Mrs. Claus, then you have fuck Mrs. Claus.
Yes.
Then you have give Santa cocaine. Then you have jingle Santa's balls. And you had one normal one. Oh, test the shocking toys.
Yes.
I mean, you didn't really give me a lot of great ones to choose from.
Whatever you choose, you're guaranteed to get a shitty one.
I don't want to pick the shock one because that's like I got to pick one of the other ones, and I don't think I can pick the do or do not fuck Mrs. Claus because they're just contradictory. But I'll say give Santa cocaine. Let's give him some powdered cookies, you know?
I really thought you were going somewhere else. You're like, I'd say give Santa a blowjob. Yeah, give him a...
No, I'm not going to co-sign that. Pause.
Make that jolly man a little more jolly, okay?
Fuck, dude. Well, folks, again, if you follow some of mine, you're probably okay. If you follow Daniel's, they're Daniel's and they're not mine. This is not a reflection.
I mean, you know what? Some of them might get you off the naughty list, but it also is going to put you there. So it'll probably just even out. If you were like borderline, you know, like when your teacher is like, well, you know, he's borderline D, C, so I'll just give him the C. I feel like if you do one of these things, you do the cocaine one.
Yeah, the cocaine one will probably get you there. Sam will be like, all right, dude.
Yeah, the other one, if you stop having sex with Mrs. Claus, for sure you're going to get on there. If you're like borderline getting on the nice list, yeah. He's like, he stopped. He's learned his lesson. He's not going to do it anymore.
I don't think so. If you cucked Santa, if I'm Santa...
How the fuck did we get here? If you cut Santa, let me tell you, you're not getting on the nice list.
Yeah, dude, you're not on the nice list. Out of pet, you could be freaking Gandhi the next 10 years. I'm always going to hold that grudge.
Yeah, that's probably true. I don't know if Santa's really into forgiving for that reason.
Santa doesn't forgive or forget. He always remembers. Or is that a thing? He checks twice or some shit?
Yeah, he's checking his list, or he's checking his list. No, wait. What is it? He's got a list?
Making a list.
Checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice.
Well, we found out today, folks.
Santa Claus is coming. And now you're on the nice list.
Oh, my God. Before we break, are you going to that thing this Friday?
I am. Yeah, I'm so stoked.
I have no idea what it is. I totally forgot about it until he texted me
It's
yesterday.
a Stranger Things like type deal. So
I
it's
still have no
basically
idea. I told him, like, send me a link to the website. He hasn't sent me anything.
It's like a drive-in. You're going to it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like a piece of Stranger Things. Like they go off the same idea of it, and then they like go on like their like little side venture, and they like kind of act it out.
The last time you went on one, you said it was like so quick. Like I don't want to. It's all the way out in LA. I don't want to drive out to LA and then be done with it in like 10 minutes, and then drive all the way back.
From what I heard, this thing is pretty cool.
Oh, okay. Have you watched Queen's Gambit yet?
I have not, but I heard it's really good, and I've been recommended by like 3 different people.
So good, dude. I didn't think I'd like it. It was like, oh, some freaking old show about some chick playing chess. But
yeah, that's what I thought.
Really
that's literally
good.
my first impression. I was like, wow, riveting.
Wow, riveting stuff. It's great though. You gotta check it out.
I'm actually currently watching The Flash, and that shit is good, dude.
Is it really?
I was shocked, believe me, because I'm like, oh, how good can it be, you know? But then I looked at how many seasons there were, and I'm like, well, maybe it's somewhat decent. And you know, it's like when they, you know, you defeat a huge villain, and then oh my gosh, another villain just came in. Now we got to go defeat that villain. That's basically like the premise of every single season. And at the end of the season, they either defeat that villain or it keeps like it rolls over to the next season, and then they defeat the villain and then something else happens. Basically, that's what's happened the last like 5 seasons. There's been a new villain every single season.
Man, it's gotta be really tiring. These people can't just chill.
No.
How do superheroes live? They're not even getting paid. Does anyone talk about this?
That's what I'm wondering about too, because in the show, he was like, oh, we have to pay for a detective to figure out what's going on here, and they're like, well, we have some stock we can sell.
What?
And I'm like, really? That's what they?
Yeah, this is something not talked about enough. Is like the mundane tasks of superheroes. Also, like, where do they eat? Oh, I guess they're like normal people, so they blend in. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, and well, like the only Clark person Kent is like works at the newspaper or something, right?
That's why he works there. Clark Kent works there at the newspaper because no one's gonna have a question of, oh, why is a reporter here? So he's like always supposed to be like on the front lines.
And Batman's just rich. What does Flash have like some kind of shit?
Flash is a kind of like Dexter, how he's a blood splatter analyst.
Yeah.
But he's like just an analyst, like just whatever they need, he's like an expert on it. Like he walks up and he's like, oh, look at the boot pattern right here. So there were 6 guys here. Okay, and approximately this weight with this size shoe, and then he, you know, figures out who the killer is or who the bad guy is. And it's pretty good though. Cool. I really enjoy it. But I think the only person that has like the best backstory would be Bruce Wayne, because he's rich and he doesn't need, like, he has everyone else run his company for him. He doesn't even need to do anything for the company, and he can just still be rich. He has a butler to do everything else, like the mundane tasks that he doesn't want to do while he's going out and fighting crime. And he's a normal dude. So like no one's going to be like, oh my gosh, I ran into this guy with my car yesterday and my car is now broken, but he has not a scratch on him. If Batman gets hit by a car, he's going to get hit by a car. And you're not going to be like, oh, I wonder if that guy's Batman. Like, anyone could be Batman.
Yeah, that's true.
I could be Batman. I've never seen Batman and me in the same room, so how do you know I'm not Batman, you know?
I know you're not Batman.
You don't know I'm not Batman.
Because I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. But yeah, I think he has the best backstory, the best reasoning behind who he is.
Yeah, it's a solid one. We need to do another superhero episode soon.
Ooh, that'd be fun. But I think we should do it after the holidays. What's the next one? It'll be... The next one, we're going to be talking about another Christmas-themed ideation, and it'll be on the 17th, I believe. And then right after that, I mean, if I'm doing my math correctly, that next episode will be Christmas Eve. And then right after that, it's New Year's Eve. So we got a few more holiday. I'm sure we'll be doing that as a resolutions episode. We have a lot of holiday fun in store for you folks. I hope you enjoy it. And if you don't, I don't give a shit. I'm sorry. I was thinking of something clever to say, but it's really the truth. If you don't like it, publish it somewhere and be like, this fucking sucks. You want to know why? Because any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah. Tag me on Grindr.
Why do you keep mentioning Grindr? Now I'm surprised you didn't pick the blowing Santa option, okay?
Is Grindr the gay one?
Grindr's the gay one, yeah.
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't use the anyone. Okay, I'm locked down. And I'll pick up
that makes sense.
Never gonna get me down. I'll stay locked down.
But I'll get up again? No.
But
you wouldn't.
I'll stay locked down. Won't let you in. Never gonna.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
There you go. We're getting somewhere. Daniel, why don't you end the show with our most famous mockumentary song ever done?
Our most famous mockumentary song ever done?
Yeah,
what?
Our most famous remix to a song that we've ever done together.
Oh, I got you. Okay. And I got bad diarrhea, but someone's in the stall, so I gotta hold it all night long, and it hurts so bad.
And I freaking love that you knew what I was talking about. Keep it chiefin', folks.
Keep it chiefin'.
Peace.